The transition from the founders in any company to the next generation is often a very difficult process. In fact, only 30% of the companies that transform themselves from one generation to the next survive. And then beyond that, from the second generation to the third, it's only 12%. And we wanted to beat those odds. Well, I'm Butch Charlan.
My name is Gary Brock, one of the founding partners.
We started the firm Charlan Brock Associates.
We're an architectural firm in Maitland, Florida, specializing in multifamily all over the country.
Gary and I have been together for 40 years. We've had our ups and downs, and at this point in our lives, we knew that it was time to start thinking about our retirement and our transition, and we were about this firm not only surviving us, but thriving after us. We just didn't have the tools and know how to do that. It seemed pretty hopeless. There were too many parts that we just didn't understand.
But we had people operating in all kinds of different departments or in different silos. All those personalities aren't necessarily on the same page. Nobody feels connected together. That created some sense of dysfunction. We did strategic planning, we did transition planning, but we didn't come back with the tools. A little over 2 years ago, Butch and I were sitting in my office and we were talking about, Gary, we got to figure this out.
My high school buddy knew of Lead with Purpose and Mark Kohler, and he said, you might give this a shot, because I told him about what we were looking for.
So we engaged Mark to come and start that process. The whole process of Lead with Purpose there's so many elements to it that all kind of come together with the leadership coaching and things like that. I think, kind of identifies all those different personalities, all those different roles, and works and coaches them to kind of understand each other a little bit better, but give us the tools to have the crucial conversations, to be able to talk about conflict in a very professional and productive way.
They've learned how to work and support one another. Whatever it is that one is doing, without even asking, someone else is saying, well, I think I can help you with that. And it just blows my mind.
And that kind of started the process off. And from that, there's like a step 1, a step 2, and a step 3 that evolved. Starting the process of leadership coaching. Our sons are part of the company too, and we weren't sure how they would fit into the whole structure and how they were going to be as leaders. Mark working with each of them and with the rest of the leadership group in leadership coaching brought them out and grew them in their leadership skills. One of the wonderful things is to see people, how they grew so quickly. And there are people that we never thought of as really being strong leaders that just grew to the top of the heap in no time at all.
When I think of the Lead with Purpose journey and what the results are, I'm kind of blown away.
Even if we had worked on this, thinking that we could do it ourselves in some way, I couldn't even comprehend over 5 years getting to the point that we have, or longer in 2 years. The fact that our sons have grown into leadership positions and have become so engaged in the company.
It's been cool to see many of the leaders now aligned with where their passion is, what they really want to do.
And the leadership that has stepped up and grown now, that strength will go on even stronger now because of what Mark and Lead with Purpose has been able to build with the tools and the process. What this process has done for me is to help me feel very relaxed about the future, because now we are comfortable with the fact that we can enjoy what we're doing now.
And I thought that any connection with work would always be kind of painful and demanding and stressful. Now I truly believe I can have a relationship with CBA after my totally engaged in trying to run it and partner it with Gary. I think I can spend the rest of these 10 years or however long, maybe forever, doing the parts of architecture that I love to do and not looking at it as work. So I'm not thinking of retiring, I'm thinking of a new way of living, actually.